So the course will be in this way. One more thing, your regular routine mind, your regular habit structure will be broken. Your regular food habit and the regular sleeping habit will be broken. This is broken purposely to create a different kind of energy in you. You will be given a food which is called sattvic food, which will not have onion, garlic, green chilli and other masala items. Just for these 2 days, please bear with the food, because the food helps you tremendously to meditate and to make your body ready for the understanding. Even for understanding, you need a different kind of food. If you eat full and sit here, what will you understand? You can understand one thing, in how many minutes you can fall asleep. Nothing else. So the food is given to you with a purpose, and the timings are also designed in such a way. Now you will not know the timings, so just go with the whole program. And for next 36 hours, your routine will not be as you lived. Please bear with this routine, because only when you break the old habits, your mind can take new dimensions. Your life can change a bit. That is the reason you are given a new routine and new kind of life. So put up with this new routine for these 2 days. So you will have a small gap, small interval of 15 or 20 minutes. After that interval, we will start working on every energy center. We will work on one by one every chakra. First we will work on the Anahata chakra, the heart center. The chakra is called Anahata. Anahata means which cannot be done. Ahata means which can be done, which can be created. Anahata means which cannot be done, which cannot be created. Anahata Dvani, there is a Sanskrit word called Anahata Dvani, means the sound which is not created. In love also, you cannot do it. It has to happen. You cannot do anything about it. If you start loving, it will be only an action. It will not have a juice. Only when it happens, the love will be a solid love. So we will have to do something for it to happen. You cannot do anything directly. You have to do something indirectly. Let us understand the emotion love, which is related to this heart center. People ask me, Swamiji, I underwent bypass surgery. Will that Anahata chakra be there as it is? Your bypass surgery has nothing to do with this Anahata chakra. Whether you underwent bypass surgery or open heart surgery, the Anahata chakra will be there as it is. It will not be disturbed. Of course, I always tell the people, love is a peacemaker. If you have that peacemaker in your heart, you don't need pacemaker. When you don't have the love, which is a peacemaker, you need pacemaker. Let us understand what is exactly love. I wanted your answers on the subject of love, but please be very clear. Don't give me any intellectual answer. The moment I say love, always people say it's a selfless sacrifice or service. Please don't give me the answers from books. Give me the answer from your life, what you feel, because we always say love is selfless, but in reality we know what is. So I wanted the day-to-day practical life answer, the answer which you feel, which you experience, not from the books. Just answer, what do you think as love? What's your idea about love? Tantra says, when you are really in love with somebody, when your being is filled because of the other person, you see that person as a God. You just feel that person as a God. The deep love shows the other person as God. Of course, when you are in deep love, the whole world looks like God. But again, it is a word from the books, our experience. I wanted our experience. If somebody loves you, how do you know that he loves you? And if you say you love somebody, with what scale you measure? There was a small research done by the doctors. A person is just made to sit with the closed eyes. Someone else will touch him with love, and the other person will touch him with hatred. Even with the closed eyes, the person is able to sense whether this person is touching with hatred or with love. And they try to measure the pressure, they try to measure the heat of the warmth of the hand, but with nothing of these things, they are able to find out. None of these outer things, the pressure or the heat, are able to convey whether the person touches you with love or hatred. But by instinct, by nature, the man recognizes whether the other person is touching you with the love or the hatred. Of course, no scale to measure, but everybody finds out. There is no scale, but everybody knows. Everybody feels, but nobody can explain. That is what we call love. Of course, love in the ultimate sense, this is the explanation. Love in the common sense, let us start understanding the initial levels. Love in the ultimate sense opens the Anahata Chakra. Love in the lower level locks the Anahata Chakra. What is the higher level and lower level? Now what all you said is a higher level. The selflessness, feeling of expansion, seeing the other person as God. All these things are a higher expression of love. The higher version of love. There is a lower version which I call attention. When you ask continuously attention from others, most of the time we mistake attention as a love. If somebody attends you, you think he loves you. If you attend somebody, you think you love him. So just having attention or giving attention is considered as a love. Most of the time you mistake love as attention or attention as a love. The lower level of love is what I call attention. Most of the time you see all your activities, your doings, if you scan once, you will be able to understand everything, every step which you go forward, go ahead, every moment which you touch, which you move, your activities, if you scan them, you will be able to find out it is just for the sake of attention from somebody. You want somebody's attention. You want the attention from the other person. We may say, no, Swamiji, just selflessly I serve my family. Anybody who says that? If you really say that you do a selfless service, at the end of the day, you will not wait for their good words. At the end of the day, what we do? We just stand there for their signature. You have a big notebook. In that you have written, I am a good mother, good father, good son, good daughter, please sign it. You wait for somebody else's signature. You wait for the other's opinion. You wait for the other's attention. The asking of the other's attention or getting inspired just by the other's words shows we live in a lower kind of love. If you feel pampered when somebody gives their attention to you, be very clear, it means you are not standing on your own legs. If somebody can pamper you just by their attention, you can be sure they can bring you down also by taking their attention away from you. Have you seen the kids playing, kids building castles with the playing cards? With the playing cards they will build castles. If you take away one card, what will happen? Just like that, you also build your personality with the opinions of others. There is a beautiful saying from J. Krishnamurti. You bother so much about others' opinions because you don't know about yourself. Most of the time, we don't know about ourselves. We just collect everybody's opinion. It's like a parcel is sent from here to America. You send it to Los Angeles. First in this post office, they put the seal, Bangalore. Then the next seal will be given, America. Then when it lands there, they will put the seal, Los Angeles. Then the exact county, the Pasadena, something, they will put the seal. Then it will be delivered. Because of so many seals, the parcel has started thinking that it is a collection of the seals. It is a collection of rubber stamps. For you also, somebody gives a rubber stamp, you are very beautiful. Somebody gives a rubber stamp, you are not intelligent. Somebody gives a rubber stamp, you are a good father. Somebody gives a rubber stamp, you are a bad brother. So many persons are giving rubber stamps to you. You collect all those rubber stamps. By and by, you forget your individuality and you start thinking their rubber stamps are truth. A small experiment is conducted by Chicago University. One day morning, a healthy young guy is going to his office. They arranged, just when he came down from his house, the watchman was standing. The watchman is telling, why are you going to the office, sir? You look so tired. Why don't you go and rest? The guy said, no, I'm perfectly all right. I'm going. The driver, the moment he got into the vehicle, the driver said, sir, you look very tired. I think you are having a fever. Why don't you rest? I will tell the office that you will not be coming to the office. He said, no, I will be going to the office. On the way he stopped to have a breakfast. The hotel person also says the same thing. You look so tired. Why don't you go and rest? Anyhow, he went to the office. The office watchman, he says, you look so tired. Why don't you rest, sir? He said, no. By the time the office watchman said, he started getting little doubt. Am I really not feeling well? Am I really having some problem? He went to the office. Of course, every colleague asked him, hey, you look so tired. Why don't you go and rest? Like a ritual, everybody started telling, I think you are running a temperature. Do you have a headache? Shall I get you a hot tea? Or shall I get you some tablet? Slowly, he started really feeling, started thinking, I think I am not feeling well. Then after 2-3 hours, the boss called him and said, why don't you go and rest? You look really tired. I think you are running a temperature. The guy said, yes sir, please give me a 1 day leave. He went to the house. He went to the bedroom and rested. When they checked him, really he was running temperature. When they diagnosed him, really he was running a temperature. You will be surprised. It is not that once or twice. They did this for more than 11 times with a different 11 persons. All the 11 persons fell sick. The others' opinions plays a major role on you. You live and you run your life based on others' opinion. If somebody says, oh, you look very bright today, you really feel it. If somebody says, you shaved your face, you look very cute, you really feel you are cute. If somebody says, immediately you feel that. The other, in the ordinary simple things, even about your intelligence, you decide about your intelligence, you decide about your success based on others' opinions. Why are we so much bothered about others' opinions? Because you don't have energy by yourself to stand. You don't have enough of energy to stand by yourself. You don't have a clear opinion about yourself. You don't have a clear individuality about yourself. If somebody says you are good, you feel you are good. If somebody says you are bad, you feel you are bad. You are just a mixture of others' opinions about you, others' views about you. It's like you build your personality based on others' certificates. If some person takes away their certificate, what will happen to you? What will happen to your personality? It just tumbles down. It just collapsed. If you see, at least once in 21 hours, you fall. If you watch this, you take it as a homework. Just for 3 days, watch your day. How many times you fall depressed, you feel dull, even if you want to say to yourself, no, things are going well, come out, let us be happy, let us be joyful. But somewhere, in some portion of your being, you feel very low, you feel very dull. Just take a survey. Once in how many days you feel that? Or every day, how many times you feel that? If you take survey, you will be able to see at least once in 21 hours, you will feel that. Why? Continuously you are asking for somebody's attention. Only when somebody gives you attention, you feel things are going well. If somebody does not give attention, or if they take away their attention from you, immediately you feel at loss. Immediately you feel at loss. But how long people will give their certificate to you? Understand, how long you can expect other certificate? As long as you dance according to their tunes, you will be given a certificate, good dancer. The moment you start having your own dance, what will happen? It's like one side your son is playing a rock music, you have to do rock steps. The other side your daughter is playing Bharatanatyam music, so you have to do 2-3 Bharatanatyam step. The third side, your husband is doing some other song. The fourth side, some other music. So all the 4 corners, different musics are going on. You have to do few steps here, jump there and do few steps there, jump here and do few steps there, and jump here and do some more steps here. If you are jumping here, there, here, there, how your dance will be? It will not be a dance, it will be just a mess. And you have to find your own time to do your own dance. Your life becomes just mess if you dance for so many persons' tunes. As long as you dance for their tunes, you will be given a certificate. When you dance on your own, what will happen? They will naturally take away their certificate. When the certificates are taken away, you just fall. You just fall. The whole thing is collapsed. Your personality, your whole personality is based on others' opinions. Personality is the gift of society. Individuality is the gift of nature. If you want to live a life which is natural, live on your individuality. If you want to live the life of societal, live based on personality.